presenters today will be Priya, Jack, Thomas, Hamohan, and Christina. Tentry is a company who is launching an environmentally friendly shoe which is manufactured of sustainable, ethically sourced, and recyclable materials.
Tentry is a lifestyle apparel brand with an interest in the environment. They were founded in 2012 by David Luba and the Emsley brothers. Their unique selling proposition is that for every product they sell, they plant 10 trees, which to date has resulted in over 50 million trees planted globally. They're very transparent in their operations, noting their impact on the environment through their carbon footprint, how sustainable their materials are, and how ethical their manufacturing is.
Tentry's product offerings consist of casual daily wear apparel that is both rugged and comfortable. They offer a diverse selection of clothing options. Regarding price, their products range from $15 Canadian for a 3-pack of scrunchies to $298 for a unisex jacket. Tentry focuses on limiting its ecological footprint based on 3 factors: water, waste, and carbon emissions. Every material used to create a Tentry product is the most eco-friendly option available, such as recycled polyester, responsibly sourced organic cotton, and hemp. Furthermore, the company has pledged to abolish single-use plastics as part of their packaging process by 2023.
Tentry has a retail distribution channel strategy. Consumers are able to order online directly from Tentry's website. They ship to Canada, the United States, Europe, and the United Kingdom. They also give an option to retailers to register on their website. Tentry is very transparent in regards to who their manufacturers are. They do have a factory ledger of all their manufacturers on their website. It contains the location and the supplies information as well. Their strong social media presence helps them to promote their company website. So in conclusion, Tentry distribution channel is mainly their retailers. So using their own personal website to get to their consumers and using select retailers to sell their products to their consumers.
Tentry is a part of apparel manufacturing industry as it is situated in Regina, SK, Canada. The market value of apparel industry in Canada has experienced growth from past few years. As in the year 2016, it was around 24.95 billion US dollars to an estimated amount of $27.5 billion in 2020. The annual average amount of clothing expenditure by Canadian household is 3,340 Canadian dollars. The topmost leading brands in Canadian apparel market are Arc'teryx and Herschel Supply and Company. In May 2020, the GDP for textile, clothing and leather product manufacturing sector was approximately about $1.77 billion. The Canada experienced large amount of imports and exports of apparel as the imports into the year 2019 was around $14.38 billion, whereas the exports were $2.26 billion. Tentry is now participating in shoe manufacturing industry in Canada. The amount of revenue earned by shoe industry in Canada is 6,966 million US dollars, as it expects an annual growth by 3.78%. Canadians who buy new pair of shoes every month takes up about 2.18% of footwear market in Canada. 1.6% of footwear consumer in Canada spend about 250 Canadian dollars on new sports shoes. The market value of shoe industry in Canada is $226 million. Ontario has the highest number of shoe stores, which is 1,094. The aggregate spending by Canadian family on shoes are $347 for women's and girls footwear, and for men's and boys footwear it's about 277 Canadian dollars.
Tentry, being a sustainable brand, has many competitors. The market for ethically sourced materials and sustainable materials is growing rapidly. There are a lot of direct competitors that Tentry can compete with. The top 4 companies are Tom's, Allbirds, Levi's, and Patagonia. Tom's is a for-profit company with a one-for-one business model that donates a pair of shoes to a child in need for every Tom's shoes purchased, and they have a total revenue of $336 million. They're able to utilize cheap production so they can mass-produce shoes, which makes them capable of meeting demands. However, they value quantity over quality because they need to keep up with demands. Allbirds is a New Zealand American company that makes sustainable shoes from merino wool. They are a B Corp company that is eco-friendly and supposedly the most comfortable shoes in the world. Allbirds' annual revenue is $100 million, which is 29% of Tom's revenue. Their carbon footprint is 60% smaller than a shoe that is made with synthetic materials. However, they are a fairly new company founded in 2014. Levi's is a popular clothing brand known for their denim. They have been using sustainable materials in their clothing, specifically in their Well Thread collection. They have been finding ways to repair, reimagine, and recycle their products. Their annual revenue is $4.4 billion, and their online sales grew 52% in 2020. Sales from their products made up 87% of their net sales, but their sales also fell 27% in 2020 because of the pandemic. Something to note is that not all of Levi's clothing is made with sustainable products. Patagonia is an outdoor clothing company that uses sustainable materials in their products. They encourage their consumers to recycle their old products because they are extremely durable. 1% of Patagonia's sales go to the preservation and restoration of natural environment, and their annual revenue is $500 million. They are known as one of the most eco-friendliest brands, and they use 68% of recycled materials in their clothing. Patagonia has a low market share presence with only 37 stores across the US and 2 in Canada.
When segmenting the Canadian population, we looked first at the average Canadian household spend on clothing, which was $3,000 a year. This corresponded with all major cities minus the Maritimes. Because Tentree is environmentally focused, we sought to align with segments with ecological or outdoorsy lifestyles. We also had to ensure that the segments were willing to spend more on ethically sourced clothing. As you can see in this infographic, younger demographics are more in favor of sustainable fashion, with a 76% acceptance rate in 18 to 24-year-olds, 69% in 25 to 34-year-olds, but ultimately all ages express sustainable fashion favorably. With this information, we targeted the following segments in order of desirability. The Downtown Verve represent 455,000 Canadians. They're located centrally downtown in all major Canadian cities. Their average household income is quite high at $170K. Approximately 1/3 of them are between 25 to 44 years old. They have mixed family status with an approximate even share of singles, couples, and couples with kids. They lead healthy lifestyles with an interest in the outdoors. They're often early adopters of products, and they weigh ecological considerations before they buy. They can best be reached online because they spend a lot of time on their mobile devices. This includes purchasing online. Okay, we have Indieville. They also live in downtown proper of the largest Canadian cities with the highest density living here in Toronto. They represent a segment of about 500,000 Canadians. Their average household income is less than Downtown Verve at $109K. 40% of this segment is between 25 to 44 years old. A third of them have young kids, under 14, and about half are single. They're socially progressive, taking into consideration ecological considerations when they buy. They prefer to purchase well-designed, brand-name products from companies that are ethical. And like the Downtown Verve, they spend a lot of time on their smartphones, so this is the best way to reach them. Wealthy and wise, as the name suggests, they have high household incomes with an average of $257K. They represent 350,000 Canadians, and they're typically older, with about a third of them between the ages of 45 and 64. As they've settled down, just under half of this segment have children ranging in age from 10 to 25 years old. They love time up at their cottages and spending time outdoors. They live in well-established older neighborhoods in all major cities, and they're willing to spend more on environmentally friendly products because this reflects their ecological lifestyles. Unlike the previous segments, their buying habits are extended to both in-store and online.
Streston Suburbia Group represents over 742,000 Canadians, or 1.95% of the population. As consumers, they tend to be thoughtful about the ethical and environmental impact of their product choices. The segment mostly resides in suburbs of medium-sized cities. Over 2/3 of the group have lived in Canada for 3 generations or more. The breadwinners of this segment range in age from 25 to 54. Most members of this group work in service or blue-collar occupations and have an average household income of over $102,000. This segment enjoys a vast range of outdoor leisure pursuits such as golf and camping. This group is also more likely than others to donate to environmental organizations.